In today's video, I'll be showing you how I made this floating shelf PC. This is a good alternative for a clean and minimalist PC setup with minimal visible cable and have extra space overhead for your books or anything. You will also have a good amount of space available on your desk. Without further ado, it's time to build it. I have made a blueprint for this project as a guideline. If you want this blueprint, I'll give the link in the description. You will find all the information for this project in this blueprint. First, cut the MDF board based on the dimensions stated in the blueprint. You may use other material based on your preference. I'm using acrylic stick for the upper edges, but here's it's a little bit off. To cut off the excess, mark the area that need to be cut off, then using a strong knife to do an initial cut on all sides. Then firmly snap the stick. You will have a good and clean cut. Some further sanding might be needed for a cleaner look. For the side panel, use a good drill bit to drill the holes. I made slight changes from the original design, but it's still good. To keep away the dust, use wire mesh to cover the holes. You may use staple gun to attach it on the panel. To cut the hole for the USB port, drill the holes on the both sides, then use a jigsaw to cut the rest. For the power button, use its ring to mark the hole, then drill the hole using a good drill bit. And test fit. Now, you may proceed to assemble the whole thing. First, drill a pilot holes for the screw, then using a sharp knife to cut some of the wood on top of the hole so that the screw can be leveled on the surface. For the hinge, I recommend using this type of cabinet door hinge instead of the normal door hinge, because the cabinet hinge can conceal the extra unwanted space when open and close. After that, you may proceed to paint the inside. Next, using multi-purpose glue to glue the acrylic stick on the upper edges and leave overnight to dry. For the PC parts, I salvaged it from the previous book PC case project, and I have replaced the original fan to a Noctua fan on the power supply. You can watch those videos if you haven't. I'll put the link in the description. I'm using this standoff to raise the motherboard from the surface. For the fan, I made this rack specially for the 40mm fans. The fan is squeezed between the sponge so that it can absorb the vibrations for a quieter operation. The fan can be easily removed and installed without any hassle. And don't forget to make 2 of them for the intake and outtake. Next, using a wood pattern sticker to cover all the surface area, using a multi-purpose glue, Spread it evenly across the surface and carefully apply the sticker. Now is a good time to drill the L bracket on the wall. Mark the spot, carefully drill the holes, then attach the bracket. But make sure to use a strong bracket to support the PC. After that, you may proceed to install the PC parts on the shelf case. For the power supply, I'm using anti-slip foam and small L bracket to raise it from the surface. Due to tight budget, I only use one fan for the intake and outtake respectively, and connected by the fan hub. I also install LED strip next to the acrylic stick. As you can see here, there's still a lot of space for future upgrade. Next, you may proceed to screw the shelf PC on the L bracket that was installed earlier. This good-looking desk is also a DIY project by me. I'll put the link below if you want to watch the video. Slide in the power and HDMI cable via the hole that was made earlier. You may use this desktop grommet to cover the hole and have extra USB port as well. Using a wireless keyboard, mouse and headphone, you can have free cable look on your PC setup. You can cover the cables using a white cable tube to hide the hanging cords. Once everything is done, it looks pretty good. For now, it's intended for office work only, but it has the capacity for future upgrade. One of the main features of this build is that you have an extra space overhead for storing or display. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe for interesting projects in the future. I think that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in.